today I'm doing a super requested video and it's going to be all about my study tips and how I maintain good grades. On my nightly routine, I showed you guys kind of how I did my homework and a ton of people were like, Michelle, we need help studying. You look like you have your life together. Like, give us some tips. So today that is what I'm doing. I did one of these videos a long time ago and it got really good feedback, but this one's going to be a little more in-depth of actually like how to study rather than more like general things. If this video helps you at all, make sure to give it a like. Make sure to give it a like and let me know on Twitter and Instagram what you did and how it helped and all that good stuff. I want to make a super quick note to say that studying is kind of personal. It's not something that kind of works for everybody. You kind of have to find like what works for you. So if some of these things don't work for you, then that's totally okay. I understand. I'm just kind of showing you guys what works for me. And let's just go ahead and get started. Tip number one is to make a schedule of what you have at the beginning of the week or like during school of what you need to do. I think it's good to have everything organized and planned out, whether in a planner or on like a little calendar in your room. Just note out that you have to do this day, you can't procrastinate it, and then cross it off whenever you're done. You can definitely color code this and make it super cute. That way you're more likely to check it more often because it's just visually appealing. But this is good to keep a plan and a routine because people are more likely to follow a routine than just kind of go about and do homework whenever they think they need to. Number two is whenever you're studying, make sure to find a good quiet atmosphere where you are free from distractions. So if Twitter and Instagram or your laptop likes to distract you, put those things away as far as possible so you can't use them unless you need to use your laptop or whatever. Just put all those things away because I guarantee you'll be more likely to stay on task with what you have to do. Tip number three would be to rewrite your notes when you get home, because I know in class sometimes your teacher can be talking really fast and you're writing and it's super unorganized and you can't really find like what you're looking for if you go back to your notes. So if I have notes like that, I will go home and I will rewrite them because A, writing something down multiple times helps you remember it better, or at least for me because I'm a very visual learner, and B, it's going to be a lot more organized. So let's say you have to go back to this unit because you have a test on it, you can just quick go through like the highlighted things and just be a lot more organized. Because I figured out that trying to like color code your notes in class and be organized with them is really hard, and if I'm focused on like making sure everything's organized, I will miss important things. So I'd rather just write everything down and then organize it later because, you know, it helps. Tip number four is to use flashcards, and what I would recommend is whenever you get a unit of information, instead of waiting till the night before the test to make flashcards, start making them when you get the notes, because this will save you a lot of time. And it'll also be better because you'll refresh your memory right after you learn the material, so you're more likely to retain it better. Tip number five is to save the hardest work for the beginning of your study time and the end of your study time. I actually looked this one up and it's been like scientifically proven that it's better to do the harder work in the beginning and the end because that's when you're the strongest. Since I don't really understand the end because I know I'm like super drained by the time I'm done studying, but apparently it works. Number six is probably my favorite tip, and it is to reward yourself. So let's say you have a ton of homework to do, you have a lot of math worksheets, be like, Michelle, if I finish this book work, I will give myself a piece of chocolate, or I'll let myself online shop. That way you have something to look forward to at the end of your studying and it's not super like boring because you know you got a light at the end of the tunnel. Number seven is also a personal favorite of mine. It is to find online quizzes and tests of the material that you're studying. I did this a lot for US history. I would go online and be like chapter 28 of my book, and I would look up like Quizlets that had information, and then I would quiz myself. By testing yourself immediately after you learn the information, it's kind of just a quick check like, do I got this? Do I not got this? Do I need to study some more? And sometimes some of the questions on the Quizlets were actually on my quizzes, so just letting you know. Number eight would be whenever you're studying, don't just read the information to yourself and like pretend that your mind's gonna absorb it, because it's not. After you read a chunk of notes or something, try like reciting them in your head or saying them out loud if you're more auditory. Reciting information in your head and out loud is just a better kind of check if you got it or not, because if you're chilling on your bed just reading information, you can pretend that you have it, but you really don't. Number nine is for my auditory learners out there. Try making up some little rhymes for stuff or some little acronyms, and this will help you remember stuff. Or just try saying stuff out loud. I think that saying stuff out loud would really help some of you guys out. So my 10th tip and the last tip that I have for you guys is to try summarizing. Summarizing is such a good skill to have, because I know sometimes I will read like a huge page of stuff and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I just read. So to keep yourself accountable, just try to remember the main facts, and at the end of your reading, maybe summarize it in a couple sentences or a few sentences of what you read. So that's the end of this short little study tips video. I really hope to help you guys with any finals that you have coming up, AP exams, all that terrible stuff. Give this video a like if you need some help on studying and you think this video might have helped you. I love you guys so much, and I hope you all make A's on all your tests and be phenomenal studiers, because it's such a good skill to have. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!